Hey guys, here RH8 as we're plowing through these comparisons. Now we got the Feltzer going against the Elegy RH8 in this particular episode, but expect to see more comparisons against the Feltzer while we get all those out the way against other sports cars, and then we move on to another sports car. For example, Carbon Azure against the rest, and the Comet against the rest, Toronto against the rest. Basically, I'm going to be comparing every single sports car against each other in order, so you guys get a rough overview between each comparison. The point is, no one else has done these sort of videos on YouTube, and the fact that the GTA stats are all a lie. Anything that you see in the websites these days, any sort of statistics about these cars are all a lie. You gotta really experience it for yourself and visually see it through evidence, because we've pretty much proven the majority of these episodes that all these stats are pretty much a lie. So anyway, but that being said, starting off with the handling. These two cars have amazing handling, obviously complete opposite to each other. The tendency to understeer with the Elegy and the Feltzer tendency to oversteer. However, both these don't have it to the extent where you're going to lose control. But the more efficient for handling is of course going to be the Elegy when taking a corner safely. Whereas the Feltzer, if you do push it, you will have the tendency to oversteer regardless. Now for acceleration, you also notice that the Elegy is more superior as well. What does that mean? Combining the handling and the acceleration together, the Elegy is going to shoot out of corners more quicker than any other car within its category, hence why it's one of the greatest cars for the sports category, and it's very, very powerful, in which it gets amazing lap times, even better than majority of the supercars within the game, which makes complete sense. So anyway, moving on to the top speed, you'll see here the Feltzer will eventually overtake the Elegy with its top speed, which will mean that it's got a better top speed. However, this won't be beneficial on a lap on a circuit track because it takes this long to overtake. So obviously, for the Feltzer to be beneficial against the Elegy and useful is only going to be on these tracks where are consistent, basically a drag race on long haul, for example, or pretty much on this highway. Any other track consistent of corners, you will not be able to catch up and overtake the Elegy. So it's that simple, because you need a really, really long straight to be able to overtake the Elegy with the Feltzer and finally reach its top speed, because the Feltzer takes a very long time to reach top speed compared to most of the sports cars within the category. We expect the Elegy to have more torque, which is the case. It is four-wheel drive. Of course, for damage test, you'll also see $327 to repair Feltzer. Elegy $350, which makes the Feltzer more durable. With customizable options, Feltzer consists of 11 options in total, which is slightly disappointing in my opinion. Although it already comes and looks visually customized, it only has a very few options there, but I suppose it makes sense. The Elegy, however, on the other hand, has got insane options, way more than the Feltzer. So another point going towards Elegy. Elegy does look rather dominant at this point, and for the lap time test, I'm sure you'd expect the Elegy to dominate, which is going to be the case. Now here's the thing, man, the Elegy and the Feltzer actually did do a pretty awesome lap time, right? Considering that this track didn't have that many straights, you know, the Feltzer was able to keep up. Think about the Feltzer, you can sort of carry on your momentum and flow through the corners, compared to the Elegy, where the Elegy you have to completely sort of brake and then take the corners safely. But then you got to think about the acceleration kicks into for the Elegy, which will sort of compensate for that. And sort of the Feltzer, you have to deal with the poor acceleration, hence why you have to sort of carry on the momentum, which is a completely sort of another level where it's complete opposite to both these cars. So it's one of those things, what you're used to driving, obviously if you prefer a car that oversteers, then you're going to use the Feltzer. But if you prefer a car that understeers, then you're going to use, basically the Elegy's got better traction and downforce, put it that way, and it will dominate against the every other car pretty much comes in its way, except for the Centurion and Entity, it seems like. But it was a pretty close lap anyway for the Feltzer, pretty good lap as well. But there you have it, guys. Let me know in the comments below which one's your favorite. Also check out annotation on the screen from Sakura vs Obey9F. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you found this video useful. I'll show you. So now I'm gonna have peace. Yeah.